Hello everybody, I hope that you are ready to add some awesome color mixing to your tree that we drew last week. So again, this project is based off of the color tree book that we read. So we want to also have a super colorful tree. Now, you can see the materials that I have in front of me. I have my paper that I drew on last week. I have a paintbrush and I have paint of the three primary colors. Now, for anyone who doesn't have paint at home, that's okay. Watercolor does work. And if you don't have paint at home, that's okay. You can also just use crayons for this project. The important thing is just to know that you're using the primary and secondary colors. For my friends who are painting, I do have a cup of water. It's just off the camera to save myself a little bit of room. And of course, I also have a paper towel just in case we get a little bit messy. All right, so everybody, the first color that we are going to start with is going to be red. So I am going to take just a little bit of red paint, you don't need much, and I am going to put some little kind of dashes on my paper, and these are going to act as red leaves. And remember, we're gonna have 6 different colors on here, so you don't want to fill up too much. So I think those are enough red leaves. So the next thing I'm going to do is rinse off my brush so it's super nice and clean. I am also wiping my brush on the edge of the cup so that I get all the extra water off. And the next color I'm going to use is going to be yellow. All right, and again, same thing. We want to put some yellow leaves onto our tree now. Okay, so once again, I'm going to clean my brush off really well, get the extra water off on the edge of my cup, and my brush is nice and clean again. All right, so everyone, we are ready to do our first mixed color. All right, so we are going to make orange. So hopefully you remember, orange is made by using red and yellow, the 2 colors that we have used already. So in order to make orange, I am going to take just a little bit of red on my brush, and I'm going to hold this yellow cup so that you can see it. I am going to mix my red with just a little bit of the yellow. You don't need to mix the entire thing, because we are going to want to use some of our yellow again in a couple minutes. And there we are. It's like magic. We have a beautiful, beautiful orange now. So I'm going to go ahead and use that orange to put, oh yeah, look at that. It's so pretty. It looks like we have a beautiful fall tree now. I'm going to put some orange leaves onto my tree. Awesome. All right, so same thing. We're gonna swish our brushes around in the water, make sure they're super nice and clean. Get the extra water off on the edge of our cup. All right, and the next color that we are going to add is blue, just straight blue. Now I know what you're thinking, but Mrs. Stuver, trees don't really have blue leaves. I know, but that's okay. We are being extra creative with this project and having some fun with our colors. So I know at this point you might start filling your space up a little bit more since we have a bunch of colors on here. If anything needs to overlap, that's okay too. Awesome. One more right here. Okay, so everyone, once again, you want to make sure that your brush is super nice and clean. All right, get the extra water off on the side of the cup. All right, the next color that we're going to make is green. So I'm going to hold the yellow cup in my hand again so that you can see it. Now you saw that I made orange before, but I still have a bunch of yellow left. That's the side that I'm going to use. So I'm going to dip my brush into the blue. Again, just a little to start off with. We can always add more. And I'm going to mix the blue with the yellow. And there it is, our green is starting to come together. Awesome. All right, so once you have your green, go ahead and put some green leaves on your tree. All right, we've only got one more color to go. Hopefully you remember that it is purple, and that is because we have not mixed blue and red together yet. All right, so let me finish cleaning off my brush, getting the extra water off on the side of my cup. All right, so for this one, now I will say purple is a hard color to mix with this type of paint. So if it doesn't look like a super bright purple, that's okay, that's not your fault. So I'm going to take, we're gonna start again with just a little bit of blue. We can always add more. And I'm going to mix the blue into the red. Now this is the one color when we mix it that we usually end up needing a little bit more. Okay, so I'm gonna grab, now we're done with the blue paint, so it's okay if we get a little bit of red in here now. I'm gonna grab some more blue and I'm gonna mix it in. Okay, so I know it doesn't look crazy purple, but you can see it's definitely darker than the red that we did before. So I'm going to use that. That will be my purple. And we're going to put that onto our tree for the purple leaves. And I know it's probably extra hard to find room to put our purple leaves now that our trees are nice and full. And beautiful work, my friends. You have a beautiful color tree and you mixed 3 of those colors all by yourself.